Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. PJ Haggerty is a Kansas State Wildcat. What a beautiful day to be a fan of Kansas State University. Now, hear me out. If you can hear it, you probably already can. I'm sick as a dog. My nose feels like crap. I don't sound great. I'm losing the voice. I'm not operating at 100% capacity. Things aren't looking good. That said, that's not going to keep me from talking about the Cats, though. We're all in on Kansas State. Let's talk about the roster. Let's talk about the addition. PJ Haggerty, an All-American headed to Manhattan at a position of need. That's how you build a roster. That's how you get the job done. PJ Haggerty, welcome to town, my friend. Now, I can tell you 2.5 million reasons why he's here, which I know some people will roll their eyes at. That is a freaking steal, dude. Let's talk about this. We'll talk about the money. We'll talk about the stats. We'll talk about the background. I know everybody's got their opinions on the money and bag talk and all this and that. The reality situation is everybody needs to get paid, and they need to get paid well. Starters this year that could be potential starters were getting $1 million. PJ Haggerty, a top 3 player in the portal, coming for 2.5. I'm not saying that's team friendly, but that's like when you got a superstar saying, you know what, I won't take you for all your worth. Let's get this thing built. Let's do this thing the right way together. That's a big time deal. Now, I'm not the one saying that's 100% set in stone in terms of the money side of things. Adam Zagoria reported the official thing saying this. Let me read you his words. So if you get mad at somebody, get mad at him, not me. That said, love that dude. I've actually never met him, but good dude, I assume. Adam Zagoria reports this. PJ Haggerty is getting $2 million base guaranteed NIL at K-State plus another $500K in incentives for a total value of $2.5 million. That is perfect. And I'll say it, that's a steal, boys. That is bag talk season, but that's a steal. A great addition for Kansas State. The second overall player in the entire transfer portal, I would argue number one. This is the perfect ad. This is the biggest ad in the Jerome Tang era. This might be the biggest ad at Kansas State, period. Currently listed on the 99th percentile in 24/7 Sports' transfer portal rankings. Same thing at On3. A consensus 5-star prospect in the portal. On 24/7, we talked about it last video. He's the second overall player behind Yaxel Lendeborg from Michigan. This is exactly what you need. This is what the doctor ordered. Any other cliche I could tell you, this is what we wanted. This is what we needed. Kansas State is back in the fold with the addition of PJ Haggerty. Sounded like a lot of people thought he was going to NC State. NC State fans thought they could snag both him and Darren Williams. Didn't work out that way. They got D5. We get PJ Haggerty. That's big time. I'm cool with that trade. Damn good deal. I'll take that every day of the week and twice on Sunday because K-State has a ton of people at the wing spot. You go get one of the best point guards. Shoot, the best point guard in the transfer portal at a spot where you need a point guard desperately. This is a big time deal. Now, I'll read you his stats and background, and as I talk about this, just know I'm gassed up, man. I hope my voice isn't, determining the hype here and telling you to take off. Toss something on the grill. Toss some meat on the grill. Go kiss your wife. Get a 12-pack of claws. Yam them all in an hour. Do anything you want to do within reason-ish. Be yourself. This is a great day. It's a celebration victory day. Now, I'm just moving, as you see, back to the old studio setup from I guess about a year ago. So I don't really have anything moved in yet. I don't have my fridge set up, so I don't have any beer. That said, we're going to figure out a way to here soon because this is a big time addition. Drink a beer, toss some meat on the grill, celebrate however you want to celebrate. This is legit. This is what we need. Now, like I said in the last video, I did make a video on PJ Haggerty. Thanks for all the support on that, guys. PJ Haggerty is exactly what you want. If there's a player at the center of the dartboard for everybody in the country that you'd want, the bullseye was PJ Haggerty. A 6'3", 191-pound guard from Crosby, Texas. Started off his career at TCU before transferring to Tulsa, where he averaged 20-plus points a game. Goes to Memphis, does damn near the same thing in higher level of competition. Comes to Kansas State after a second-team All-American season. That is a perfect thing. Last season with Memphis, he was the third leading scorer in the country at 21.7 points per game, had 5.8 rebounds per game and 6.3 assists per contest, shooting 47.6% from the field, 36.4% from three, and 81.8% from the free throw line. Now, I don't think anybody's going to look at PJ Haggerty and say this is an elite shooter. People aren't going to look at him and say that. That said, they will notice the jump that he made. 2 seasons ago at Tulsa, shot 28.9% from three. This past season, 36.4%. If he takes another jump step forward, gets to 40%, I mean, shoot, the kid's already a second-team All-America on NBA radars. There's not much better you can get than that. Do it in the Big 12 against some of the best players in the country. That is going to be an awesome achievement for PJ Haggerty. And this roster looks damn good. It's funny how one addition can change the outlook of the roster, but when you're talking about a guy like PJ Haggerty, you're talking about the roster as a whole. This is your quarterback. This is your Pat Mahomes. This is your Bobby Wood Jr. This is your dude. Look at the roster you've built around him. And I know we'll talk about a couple of different things to look about what's going on going forward. But for now, look at this. You've got the AAC Player of the Year starting at point guard for you. That's a huge deal. Second-team All-American player at point guard. You've got the MAC Player of the Year at your shooting guard. One of the best defensive two-way guards in the country. A dude that many people thought were going to stay at Akron. He had some legit offers, some legit interest. Kansas State gets the job done. You've got the AAC Player of the Year, the MAC Player of the Year in the backcourt. That is one of the best backcourts Jerome Tang's had. And I know everybody wants to compare every single thing. Just focus on the roster at hand. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's better than this team or this is better, this is better. PJ Haggerty and Nate Johnson is one of the best backcourts you've seen at Kansas State. Let's be honest about that up front. Your 3, you either have Andre Kostic, who's going to be a kid that could stay in college for 1 year, go to the NBA. He could be here for 2 years. He's one of the best talented players in Serbia, comes to Kansas State. He was the golden boy of Serbian basketball. Here at Kansas State, that's a massive addition. Either that dude or Abdi Bashir, who is one of the best scorers in the country and has been barbecuing people his entire career. Like, I know he's jumping from Monmouth, but he is a dude that people are going to know, and they're going to know often. Elias Rapike, I don't know how to say the last name. I need somebody to clarify until we get there. I might just keep butchering it. If I am, I'm sorry. Hopefully I got it right. We didn't take too long figuring out Moby's last name with the comment section, so I appreciate that. Hopefully we'll get one for Elias here soon. That said, that dude's a beast at the 4. You also got Marcus Johnson, the big dog who committed from Bowling Green. We'll see what his upside looks like. So either one of those dudes you want to roll with at the 4. I'm obviously going Rapike. From the EuroLeague, triple-double type player, can pass, rebound, defend, shoot, whatever you want to do for that kid. He's a talented dude, and I'm excited to see him at Kansas State. And your center spot, this is the one that people raise their eyebrows at. You either have Kamari McGriff or Tyreek Smith. Now, we don't know about the eligibility concerns with Tyreek Smith. Kamari McGriff I'm higher on the most. I think he's a good player, a good dude. The time I spoke to him, he's really, really cordial, super nice guy. But I understand that there's some concern at the center of like, okay, we need some more size. Kamari McGriff being 6'9", 240, whatever he's 230, he's a bigger dude. Tyreek Smith is a big, strong, physical guy, but he's that 6'7", undersized type 5, 6'8", whatever you want to list him at. I'm not so sure that this completes the roster. I think PJ Haggerty is the best addition that anyone is going to make this year, maybe outside of Michigan and Lindenborg. This completes your roster. That said, you also have a little bit of room. There's a little bit of cheese left on the plate if this guy's taking 2.5, when reports are initially saying $4 million is the entry point. There's a little cheese left on that plate if you can try to get somebody figured out. Now, that said, there's not dudes entering the portal still. This is set in stone. Maybe you undercover some kid that you really, really like, maybe someone you're really high on. We'll see what happens, but for now, this is a damn good roster. This is competitive. This will get you to the Big 12 tournament if things go right in other spots. Now, I will say this. I should have made a full video. I wanted to make a full video, but like I said, been sick, been moving. Any other third thing you want to say, been lazy, depressed, whatever, that's all valid and relative. I love the Jeff Driscoll ad, running the offense. That dude is a bomber from 3. Legit. At North Florida, he's had an incredible offense just about every year of his career. They're top 10 in three-point percentage, top 10 in three-point makes. This is a dude that wants to carve you up on offense. The offense is changing. I know we've had our concerns with the 5-out. I know we've had concerns with this and that. Jerome Tang always gets the job done on defense. Whoever's running it, whoever's calling it, if it's Tang, if it's somebody else, they always get the job done on defense. Even if you have guys that aren't necessarily the greatest defenders, inherently they step up to the plate. Now, does this put you as the number 1 team in the Big 12? No, I'm not going to say that. I think BYU's damn good. Texas Tech, Houston, Iowa State, Kansas, whatever you want to say. But this gets you enough to be competitive. This puts you in that spot where you could win the Big 12 conference if the right things fall in place. If the right guys step up, if the right guys develop, you could win the Big 12 conference. That said, you've also seen what's happened with talent in the last couple teams, so you know that you got to step up in a big way. I am so stoked, over the moon about this ad, and I cannot wait to see what happens next. Can Kansas State continue to add? Maybe so. We'll see what happens with the Tyreek Smith eligibility concern. But as of right now, this is a damn good thing, a damn good day, and a reason to celebrate, my friends. A big-time ad for Kansas State as PJ Haggerty comes to Manhattan, Kansas, and is now the focal point of Jerome Tang's Year 4 squad. An exciting thing to see, a great guy to rely on, having your back pocket right there as your true facilitating scoring threat. This dude is big time, folks. But that's going to do it for today's video. Quick shout out, Exit 313, Fire Gear, Fire Merch. The stripes are badass. Go check out the website over there. Some great people, some great K-State folk in that direction. But that's going to do it for today. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Keep you updated on what happens next. With all that said, talk to you guys later. Go Cats, baby.